Hold on, Akim. Oh shit, I gotta clean this shit. I gotta wash these garments. Alright. Yeah. I had to go do. I didn't know I got that affliction, right? That's something I've been having to deal with. But I'm still trying to do this work for Yahweh Shimmy El Shai. And hey, still gotta do the work, even though you have afflictions. And I had more to bring out. I wanted to go in on it a little bit more. So yeah, Shalom, y'all. This is a continuation of the last live. And what I was going over was this. This right here. As you can see, this article on Esau sending 1,000 military medical personnel because of this medical martial law to New York City as the virus approaches peak. So they're sending military medical personnel, but hey, first it's the medical personnel that come in because we're here to help people. But that just sets precedence for when there's chaos and sedition among men, and then they gotta send in regular personnel to enforce the curfew and shit. And that's what it's coming to. Esau is introducing our people, to the new normal, military on the streets. That's what's going on here. That's also what he tends to do. And also there's something else I want to bring out, and Yahweh Shimmy Al Shai, like you got me, like I feel you wanted me to bring more out. That's why I came back. But there's also, while all this is going on, while all this Jacob's trouble, like all this trouble is happening, you also have new camp in Italy, GMS Italia. You got this brother out here bringing it out. That's where there is a. That was one of the first countries over there to get locked down, and there's a brother out there. There's a GMS to the lost sheeps, and you have in Italy, you have a lot of you have Israelite foreigners out there as well as Jakes. There's original looking Jakes that came up from West Africa and from you have Israelite foreigners from North Africa. You have the Moors that they mixed with they actually adopted the Arab the ways of Ishmael. That's how that's why the Moors are known as Muslims. Because they adopted the ways of Ishmael with their Jakes. So you have their descendants in Sicily, the Sicilians, and you have them in North Africa too. And they've been immigrating to Italy. Salawam Maki, how about Shimi al Shai. Yeah, you got this new camp in Italy where there's also lockdown, and you got a lot of Jakes in there. Just like you had Jakes back in the days of Paul. You had the Roman Jakes. Nowadays you have Jakes up in there too. You have the Sicilians that catch hell from the Edomite Italians. And you have the original looking Jakes immigrated there, and you have the Moorish descendants that still live in North Africa. They immigrated over there. They catch hell. So you have several types of Israelite foreigners. And you got original looking Jakes. So, yeah, that's just gonna wake up more elect out there. The 11th hour Israelites. All praises to you. How about Shimi al Shai for that? That means the elect are gonna come in soon. You have camps. You have a camp in Australia. You have a camp, in other parts of Europe. You have camps in Africa. You have a camp in Tanzania. Camp in Nigeria, South Africa. I think you got a camp in Kenya too. You have camps out there waking up the strangers. I wouldn't be surprised if a brother started prophesying, waking up the strangers in Asia, like I wouldn't be surprised. Khan, Kahalayim, La Yahawah Shim Yao Shai. That's right. I'm not sure what La Karyam means. I'm not sure what that means, but hey, the strangers getting woken up. Or in India, we got the Kashmir, the Kashmir people in the Kashmir, right? Kashmir area. A lot of Jakes in that area. A lot of Jakes in the south of India. The untouchables, the Dalits. Oh, Khan. We hope to be of that number. They're gonna come from the four corners of the earth. So yeah, it's exciting, you know. And earlier in the year, you know, I didn't even know there was a camp in Ireland, and I found out there was one. So, in Ireland, Italy, these areas where there is more of a heavier concentration of Israelite foreigners. So that's a good thing, you know. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai speeding up the process. So I wouldn't be surprised. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised in Ireland if that brother out there, you know, there's another brother that joins them. And it could be a speckled bird from that area. And then the tribes, northern tribes, you got camps pretty much in all the northern tribes. You got, except for Naphtali. That's the only tribe that don't got a camp out there. So yeah, Jake is waking up. And that's another sign of this devil's downfall. That's another sign that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you know, he's coming back, you know. This kingdom is coming. And it's pretty close by. The closer Jacob's trouble is, the closer the kingdom is. That's also how you gotta think of it. So like, and also let me look at the news shit that's been going on. There may have been other events, you know, I've been going through it, so I ain't been keeping on top of it too much. But the brothers bring it out, and also there's news stations, there's news channels that they're alternative media and shit. They bring out shit sometimes. So let me see what's out there. Oh, you got, oh shit, I gotta look at that one. It says that it was banned. There was seeds were banned. I heard about that too. That was in Vermont. It says that he caught fabricating info again. Wouldn't be surprised. More Esau locking shit down. That's this shit right here. That's, hold on, Hakim. I didn't mean to do that. This shit right here. That's just a verse in Esdras for that. There's two Esdras. Hold on, I gotta take care of some shit. My affliction. Alright, it should be. Hold up. So, a bitch is hell. Affliction I got, but gotta do the work. Yeah, so 2 Ezra's, 15, 16, or somewhere around that area. 2 Ezra's, verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Verse 18. For because of their pride the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. That is just another fulfillment of that. You have no rights, it's right. We never had any rights. Hell, Dabu 7 brought that out. Let me just go look over here. Oh yeah, that saw up is going on. I don't believe he has it. I believe just that's just more sobs. Like these celebrities, they're claiming all these celebrities, every like all these celebrities and their mama, they're claiming to have the COVID-19. Like I think that shit should be a red flag right there. It should show you that it's these are fear tactics. This COVID shit is not as big as what they make it out to be, pretty much. That doesn't mean that nobody has it. It just means that not as much people have it as what they say. There's also pestilence is also prophesied, and that prophecy is coming to pass too. Satan divided against Satan right there. Oh yeah, this right here, this goes into the verse after the verse that I read. In Italy, this shit is already happening. People are looting the stores. Now in New York City, this shit is coming to America. In Babylon, come on now. Babylonians are used to the house of mirth. They're used to it. Like that's their fucking life. The house of mirth and eating, you know, living to eat. That's the Babylonian way. We was raised up in that way. Yeah, well, because of their pride. Okay, yeah, Con. And FYI, I can't see the comment board all the time if I'm reading scriptures or something like that, or reading an article. I can't see it. Or if I'm on another page, I can't see it. Verse 19: A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. And it also goes into sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the courses of their axes shall stand in their power. And verse 15: One people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hand. Salak. Yeah. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. That's verse 14. And it also is backed up in Revelation. Woe to the world, for the devil has come down to you having great wrath. See, these another proof that the Apocrypha, more proof that the Apocrypha is uh, is a part of the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Yeah, Khan. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, verse 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Khan. And that's like a precept to that one. Because who's bringing all this shit? Oh, Shalom. Shalom, Akim. Shalom, House of God, Yasharallah. Shalom, Shalom, Isaiah 55. Wrong choice of words. Oh, Salakia. Salakia means like, I think it means something like Like I'm sorry to you, someone. And slag just means sorry, my bad. Khan Yaba Shimi Al Shai Brakata. AKA a verse that's for the niggas out here now. Yeah, that's sedition among men. And also verse 12 because these two thirds they're gonna get slain by Esau the wicked, which is the sword. He's also known as he's spiritually the Assyrians too, the rod of Yahweh's anger. Let me get that sword is sharpened. Salak. Oh, that. Oh, hold up, hold up. What? I ain't look up weather Salakia for that. Drill rapper M24 defies COVID-19 lockdown. Outdoor gathering. Was speaking of sedition among men. See, I didn't even mean to look at that, but hey, it happened for a reason. It's for me to bring this out. Drill rapper M24 sparks outrage as he shares footage of himself defying COVID-19 lockdown to film music video of crowded outdoor gathering. So they're like, and this is in London too. So everybody's pissed off at him. Drill rapper, well, all the people that believe Esau, all the lost sheep, they're pissed off at him. Drill rapper, well, but he's a wicked ass nigga anyways. These drill rappers. Drill rapper M24 sparked outrage after he shared footage of himself. Okay, yeah, was defying lockdown rules to shoot a music video at an outdoor gathering on Saturday night. And these celebrities, they're bugging out too. Chief brought that out, and these other brothers, they've been bringing that out. Hold on, Akim, gotta take care of my affliction. All right, yeah. Hold up. A musician, a rising member of Brixton, South London. So a Jake, especially Benjamin, in that area. Crew 150 took to his Instagram account to upload clips of himself rapping to his latest track as a crowd surrounded him on a housing estate, clearly flouting social distancing rules, showing that they were aware of the risk of their actions amid the COVID-19 pandemic. A number of those featured in the clip were seen sporting surgical masks as they danced and rapped along to his track and used them. So they were like, fuck it, we're gonna wear masks then. Jake. Wearing a black symbol that included ripped jeans and a Dior t-shirt, you know. He was seen sitting on top of a truck and gesturing for a camera while a group of guy-rating young women sat behind him. So these celebrities, they're getting tired of being on quarantine. Oh shit, okay. Yeah, I just had to bring that out. These celebrities ain't, some of them ain't going along with it either. They're getting tired of being quarantined. They're bugging out. But, oh, Khan, a sword is sharpened. Man, y'all pray for me, so I get healed of this affliction. Yahweh Ratazah. Khan, Ezekiel 21:9. I think that's what it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I wasn't far off. Just had to make sure. Oh, Salat. 21. Yeah. Yep. Verse 9. Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith Yahweh, say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. Verse 10. It is sharpened to make a soul slaughter. It is furbished, that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree. Verse 11. And he hath given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. The sword is sharpened and is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer, who is Esau, Really, Esau is the sword of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, so who's holding the sword? In other words, who's the slayer, It's Esau, but really Esau is being used by Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Verse 12. Cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people. It shall be on all the princes, upon all the princes of Israel. Terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my people. Smite therefore upon thy thigh. Verse 13. Because it is a Tyrone, what is a sword? Condemn it, even the rod. It shall be no more, saith the Lord Yahweh. Verse 14. Thou therefore, son of man, prophesy, smite thine hands together, and let the sword be doubled the third time, the sword of the slain. It is the sword of the great men which are slain, which entered into their private chambers. To the privy chambers. Verse 15. I have set the point of the sword against all their gates, that their heart may faint, and their ruins be multiplied. It is made bright. It is wrapped up for the slaughter. So, there you go. The sword of the kingdom of Babylon is what he was talking about right here. But the modern day Babylonians, that's Esau. Specifically speaking of America. That sword is coming down upon 2/3 of you Jakes, of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and you speckled birds, you Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations, but your spirit beareth witness that you're the children of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and you got that zeal, cause no, your father, on your father's line, on your father's bloodline, somewhere along the line, it goes back to one of the sons of Jacob. You have heathens who try to fake Jake, but that was a good attempt. But it was just that, an attempt. But yeah, the wicked is the sword of Yahweh. Psalm 17:13. Psalm 17:13. Arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. And then the wicked, as shown in Obadiah, shown in Malachi, that the wicked is Esau, Edom. So, yeah, that sword is being sharpened and is about to be brought down on 2/3 of Israel. And Esau, is going to come after us. But, you know what? That's when Yahweh Hashem Yahushai going to raise that standard. Because this time the prophets, they're not going to be backed into a corner like that. When Esau comes, it's going to backfire on them. Big time. He's going to raise up that standard, which is the spiritual powers. Because Esau has all types of weapons. They have direct energy weapons. They have super soldiers. They have shit. They got these beasts. They got these beasts they make in the lab. Because Esau is a mad scientist, so these devils are experimenting. And they're cooking shit up in their labs, in the their secret military bases, that are not open to the public. These devils are... Oh, Khan, Salaki, sorry. But brothers, they'll say Salak, too. But yeah, it's right. The sword is getting sharpened as we speak to come down on these 2/3. So, that's why I hope to be of that number, the elect and 1/3. Otherwise, you're gonna be caught slipping out here. You don't got the protection of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You get caught slipping. It is going to be stopped. The standard is going to be raised, and the Yahushua is going to come back. That. Hey, right when he is about to fill his belly, that's gonna that's Yahushua is gonna hit him with that sucker punch. They're saying that a tiger from the Bronx Zoo test positive for coronavirus. Because it's written that whichever befalls man befalls beasts. Or on COVID-19. Yep, Khan. The elder from Mississippi, he got his eyes on this shit too. Cause that's Esau. That's Esau. That's Esau putting his chess pieces in position, getting ready to make his move. Like, it's gonna be other cities, and then it's gonna be New York City. He started in New York City, and then in these other cities. Also, the truth started in New York City. Now Jacob's Trouble, it looks like it's starting. Jacob's Trouble started in New York City. So that's spiritual right there too. Oh, Khan, GMS San Diego, 2020 year prophecy, that brother. At 34:36 seconds, Mount Sinai on ambulance. Spiritual. Yeah, Khan. Exodus 19:18. And Mount Sinai was altogether on the smoke, because Yahweh descended upon it in fire, and the smoke thereof ascended as the smoke of a furnace, and the whole mount quaked greatly. 34:36 seconds, right? War COVID-19, which is really the war on the American citizens, especially you Jakes. Here, Mount Sinai. Looks like they're setting up checkpoints. Mount Sinai, Khan. And also, that's where the truth started up too. Hold up. May have seen something. Damn, what the fuck? I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, this shit is way too easy to click on. What the fuck? I ain't trying to see bullshit from the CDC.gov, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, but they prefer to call themselves Centers for Disease Control. Why don't they call themselves the CDCP? Exactly. Hold on, Akim. Ah, shit. Slack it. We are being censored, though. Esau. Nah, I ain't trying to see that, though, but we are being censored. Con. Yeah, I saw that no weapons sign. No weapons are allowed in this facility by civilian personnel. Okay. Okay, so only military personnel, which, is to be expected. They don't want. Yeah, but you got my point, though. Mount Sinai on ambulance. Jacob's Trouble, starting in NYC, where the truth started. Hey, this bot keeps commenting on brothers' videos. They don't get it that we're just ignoring them and it don't affect us. These devils are corny for real. And so I was bringing out is that the brother, well, it's also showing y'all that the brother from Mississippi, he's looking into that. He got his eye on that. It was all fun and games until, yeah. Happened early. What happened earlier is gonna happen more to you 2/3. Y'all are gonna get forced. Y'all are gonna, like, they're a burning multitude. Well, Salakia, even though they are gonna be a burning multitude in the end, burning the lake of fire, the burning wrath of a great multitude is coming upon you, Jakes. And the elect, they're gonna be delivered. Even if we get, hopefully I be of that number. Even if we get put to death, we're gonna get delivered, gonna get raised up. The dead in Hamashiach, dead in Yahushua, we're gonna get risen up first, so get them crowns. So yeah, it's all fun and games until it gets real, and it's getting real for you Jakes. Bill Gates, man. Bill Gates is that's the devil that's the main devil that's behind all this shit. Oh yeah, Tunisia unleashes RoboCop to enforce lockdown. And that devil really did say reduce the population. We gotta reduce one of these numbers to 0. And he started talking about the population. We gotta reduce it. That devil really did say it. For those that say we need more proof, well, there it is. It's on TED. RoboCop. They had a series on RoboCop, and now it's now these devils bring it out. Art imitates life. More than life imitates art. Esau, Chief's about to bring it out. Esau always puts that shit in movies. What he's about to do? He always shows you that shit in movies, and then like want to tell you it's just entertainment, just a movie. Nah, these devils are showing it to you right in your face. It's not just a movie. Watch movies for not just for entertainment. Now, I learned to do that. You know, that's what us brothers gotta do. When we watch a movie, not just for entertainment, but to watch out for clues like this. Slug. Yeah. Shit. Foggy as fuck, but he knows what's going on. He's reading that shit. Con. Con. Oh, I remember. Y'all remember that? Remember when it came out what DARPA was doing? Oh, Shalom. Uh, yeah, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatah. Remember when it came out what DARPA was doing? DARPA was developing a robot that, a robot soldier basically. DARPA was developing a robot soldier. And now they're coming out with that shit. Yeah. Why do you think they always show? Well, why do you think the Matrix referred to the government as the machine? Or and in Terminator, the machine that will take over, the computers that took over, that was representing the government. That's because, yeah, these devils show you that shit. These devils, they don't really hide it from you like completely. They do hide it, but they hide it. It's hidden in plain sight. Oh shit. Oh yeah, I didn't know about that. I didn't know Takashi 69 ran into GMS Hawaii. Yeah, how old other brother out there? That was back. That dude is a demon. That dude is a demon. Like, he's a snitch. But yeah, these celebrities know what's up. Oh, Khan. Coronavirus test kits meant for the UK found to be contaminated with COVID-19. Khan, yeah, comment right there. Never trust thine enemy. That's insanity. Every time, every time, every time our people trusted these devils, these heathens, especially these devils, what did they do? Stabbed them in the back. True. That's people Stockholm syndrome. Hold up, Hakim. I deal with the affliction again. You expect a serpent to bite your ass if you fuck with it? You get too close to it? Expect these devils to do wickedness. Of course. And this is just the ones that they caught. Oh, Khan. These devils are making fun of the lost sheep. Oh, yeah. They was dedicating it to the Tuskegee Airmen. So basically, that's the same shit that these devils are doing today with this coronavirus and the testing kits. And that's basically these devils, these rat childs, they're basically mocking two thirds of Israel. And they're mocking their own people too. Those Joel six pack devils. And those Joel six pack devils, and these other lower level heathens. They're making fun of them. And like, yeah, we gave you the coronavirus. Or like that, like we're behind that shit. Like basically they're clowning on them. That's what these devils do. Yeah. That's not the only time in history. Con. I've seen that too on Twitter. Social media, that it's mainly Eve too, trying to justify that shit. Con. Yeah, we crazy now. Like that's y'all ain't gonna think we're crazy in those days. And you 2/3, y'all crazy for trusting this devil. Yeah, and y'all crazy for falling for it. They don't give a fuck about their own. That's how you know that they're the damn devil. It takes one to know one. Salak. That's what's gonna happen. Con. Hold on, Akim. Hold on. That's what these devils been doing too. Every time, well, a lot of time, yeah, they be doing this shit. While I was watching a video, Slovakia, and then that shit reloads on me. So, I don't have that video. See, these devils hate it when I bring this shit out. When I bring the truth out. These devils, they getting tired of being exposed, and they're gonna come down with great wrath. But Khan, Shalom, Akia, Yahweh Shem Yahushai Barakatah. Khan, like the elder was bringing out, yeah, you can't trust these devils. You can't even trust them to test you for coronavirus. Because they're going to make sure you get tested positive. They're going to give you that shit. That's why now you know why the numbers are so high for how much people are dying of coronavirus. They go into these hospitals and then Esau is giving them that shit. And when he's testing them, and so he's giving them that shit, and the coronavirus is on that Salakia. The coronavirus is on that testing kit. So of course you're gonna get a positive test. And you can't be like that was like what the fuck I have coronavirus? Because you're gonna have coronavirus. So see how this devil gets you. You go into to get tested for coronavirus, you trust this devil that he's gonna be honest with you, and you find out that you fucked up basically, and you 2/3 you ain't gonna find out until like that verse said, that verse said, you get pricked therewith. You get pricked with that needle. You have the chip in you. You ain't, even then, you 2/3 are gonna be like, oh yeah, I got the chip now. I can buy shit and walk out the fucking store because it takes it right out of my account. I can open doors just like that. You 2/3, y'all are gonna buy into it. And it's only when them nukes hit. We hear on the TV, Russia, this is a national emergency. 200 million nuclear missiles have just been launched by the Russian Federation, by the People's Republic of China, by all these other nations, even by these NATO countries. Then you're gonna be you're gonna be wishing that you listen to the men of the Lord. Like y'all are gonna be as women in those days, as a woman that's giving birth in that day. Like you're gonna be shitting yourself. Cause you're gonna know, you're gonna have flashbacks in your head. I'm gonna get that too. Y'all gonna have flashbacks in your head when y'all heard the prophets and y'all walked by, or y'all saw a video, y'all saw this live stream, for example, and you closed out of it because you was like, this nigga is crazy. What the fuck is he talking about? As travail upon a woman with child. And that's how y'all gonna feel. Y'all gonna think y'all good. Well, y'all got this chip now. Y'all can, you got this new piece of technology. You got this. It's gonna be like an eye chip for y'all. Oh, I'm healed of coronavirus and I can do all types of shit. This is y'all. Hey, these celebrities are gonna be like, get the chip, it's lit, or some shit like that. And y'all gonna, you 2/3 it didn't fall in line yet. Y'all gonna fall in line then. You fanboys and fangirls. And then this is gonna happen to you. For when they shall say, peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. None of you 2/3 are gonna escape. Khan, Kramya, Yashrala. Like they're gonna learn in that day. They're gonna learn. But the hard way. And then they're gonna wake up. They're gonna wake up on the other side in the kingdom with their heads hanging low. Like damn, we was so stupid. That was dumb of us. We could have gone in them chariots. Yeah, I'm gonna go to that. Hold up, I'm gonna go to that. Yeah, right here. Daniel chapter 12, verse 2. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. Like, damn, bro. Y'all gonna be like that. Man, I fucked up. Like that was, y'all are gonna feel like dumbasses. While they that be wise, they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn only to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. Y'all, you 2/3. Hey. There's gonna be a long time in that fire too. Y'all may even have nightmares about it in the kingdom. Y'all may even have nightmares about it in the kingdom. Like, damn, that fire was so hot or some shit. Y'all gonna wake up in a cold sweat. Damn, I'm glad I'm out of that fire now. Like, whew, that was just a dream. That's how that's how these 2/3 are gonna be. That's why, as long as I get a seat on the chariot, even if it's the last one, even if I'm the last one to get on there, hey, that's all that matters to me. Getting on that chariot and getting the fuck out of here before them nukes hit. Even if I get on there just before the missile hits San Antonio or wherever I'm at, I got out of there. And, the Bible says the righteous shall scarcely be saved. So, yeah, I believe that that's how it's going to be. Like, maybe just before the nukes, you may even hear it, on the TV, or you may hear something about it, like, and then might shake you up a little, like, oh shit, the nukes are really hitting. But then them chariots pull up right before they hit. Then them chariots pull up right before they hit, and then you're like, a big sigh of relief. That's what you're gonna be relieved. You may even give up the ghost from that, but you're gonna be delivered. For real. These 2/3 and these heathens, they're gonna see the chariots too, cause imagine the sky getting covered by them, and then these chariots pulling up, picking people up. They're gonna see. They're gonna be amazed at the strangeness of our salvation, and they're gonna see. And I hope to be of that number. They're gonna see us going up. They're gonna be like, "Damn, those are people we thought was crazy. We sometimes had in derision. I'm gonna get that." Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 5. Right here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at. Well, that's what's happening right here, right now. But it's also gonna happen then when that standard gets raised. Verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. Verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. Verse 3. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision, and a proverb of reproach. Verse 4. We fools counted his life madness, and his end to be without honor. Verse 5. How is he numbered among the children of Yahweh, and his lot is among the saints? Hey, this chapter is bad. I'm gonna keep reading it. Verse 6. Therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness has not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. Verse 7. We worried ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yeah, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way. But as for the way of Yahweh, we have not known it. Verse 8. What had pride profited us? What good hath riches with their vaunting brought us? Verse 9. All these things are passed away like a chattel, and as a post that hasteth by. Verse 10. And as a ship that passeth over the waves of the water, which when it is gone by, the trace thereof cannot be found, neither the pathway of the keel in the waves. Verse 11. Or as when a bird has flown through the air, there is no token of her way to be found, but the light air being beaten with the stroke of her wings, and parted with the violent noise and motion of them, is passed through, and there afterwards no sign where she went is to be found. Verse 12. Or as an arrow, or like as when an arrow is shot at a mark, it parteth the air, which immediately cometh together again, so that a man cannot know where it went through. Verse 13. Even so, we in like manner, as soon as we were born, began to draw to our end, and had no sign of virtue to show, but were consumed in our own wickedness. Verse 14. For the hope of the ungodly is like dust that is blown away with the wind, like a thin froth that is driven away with the storm, like as the smoke which is dispersed here and there with the tempest, and passeth away as the remembrance of a guest that tarried but a day. Verse 15. But the righteous live forevermore. Their reward is also with Yahweh, and the care of them is with the Most High. Verse 16. Therefore shall they receive a glorious crown, a kingdom, well, crown too, and a beautiful crown from Yahweh's hand. For with his right hand shall he cover them, and with his arm shall he protect them. Verse 17. He shall take to him his jealousy for complete armor, and make the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemies. Verse 18. He shall put on righteousness as a breastplate, and true judgment instead of a helmet. You know them where it talks about like the breastplate of righteousness and all that. Pretty sure in the New Testament it talks about that. Well, this is a precept to that. Verse 19. He shall take holiness for an invincible shield. You know, it talks about the shield of the Spirit, right? In the New Testament. I think it's in Corinthians, or maybe it's in another book. Verse 20. His severe wrath shall be sharpened for a sword. Maybe it's this one. The sword of the Spirit. I'm not sure, but it's something like that. There's like a precept to that. And the world shall fight with him against the unwise. So the world shall fight with them against the unwise of the earth. Verse 21. Then shall the right aiming thunderbolts go abroad, Salakia, and from the clouds, as from a well-drawn bow, shall they fly to the mark. Verse 12. And hailstones full of wrath shall be cast out of a stone mold. Hey, what is that? What are these missiles called? In Revelation, you know the great hailstorm, basically. Hailstone size of a talent. Hey, that's a precept to that. And hailstones full of wrath shall be cast as out of a stone bowl, and the water of the sea shall raise against them, and the floods shall cruelly drown them, as well as regular hailstorms too. Verse 23. Yeah, a mighty wind shall stand up against them. You know, that was the plague that hit Egypt too. Yeah, a mighty wind shall stand up against them, and like a storm shall blow them away. Thus iniquity shall lay waste the whole earth, and ill dealing shall overthrow the thrones of the mighty. Hey, that chapter right there is pure fire. And this is what is going to be running through their head. Like when they see the elect getting beamed up like Scotty. This is what's going to be going through their heads. Maybe not those exact words, but something similar to it. A modern day version of it. Like they're gonna be looking up. These 2/3. And Esau's gonna continue to be proud. I mean, even these heathens, they're gonna be like, we called these people niggas. We called them like spigs, wetbags, bums. Called them BHI. We called them radicals, terrorists. They're gonna be like, man, we was wrong. They're gonna be wrong. They're gonna be dead wrong when the nukes hit. And these heathens they gonna come back as slaves, but at least a 2/3 will come back after that agony of being burned to death like Sarah Connor. They're gonna come back in their right mind. These heathens are coming back to 1,000 years, coming back to slavery, and building up our kingdom. And then it's even worse to be an Edomite, because these Edomites are going to come back as slaves, but they ain't going to get their land back. They're going to be completely wiped out, as it says in Isaiah 14. Completely wiped out. They tried to wipe out the children of Israel, and so that's going to come back on their own heads. After going through the worst, most painful, the worst captivity, worst slavery than we ever went through, and then a worse one than them heathens ever went through. Even though it's going to be, for them heathens, it's going to be the worst slavery, worst captivity that they ever went through. Esau is going to have it worse than the rest. Yeah, Khan. Yeah. All the kings of the nation, verse 18, all the kings of the nations, even all of them lie in glory, everyone in his own house. Verse 19, but thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with the sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, they can be thrown in pits. As a carcass trodden under feet. Verse 20, thou shalt not be joined with them in the burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. Hey, even their own people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. Verse 21, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Verse 22, for I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith Yahweh. And that land is going to be made a possession for the bitter and pools of water. Probably has something with it being bitter, basically. Undrinkable. And I will sweep it because of all the nukes, with the besom of destruction, saith Yahweh of hosts. It's going to happen. It's going to happen to Edomites in Babylon and to the Assyrian in our land. There's Amalekites. They're being compared to Assyrians. And when you go into the land, you look at what they do in the land. These Amalekites, they rule like the Assyrians over there. And they're also behind the slavery of our people. Verse 24, Yahweh of hosts has sworn, saying, surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass, and as I have proposed, so shall it stand. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You ain't gonna get out of it, devils. That I will break the Assyrian in my land, and upon my mountains tread him underfoot. Then shall his yoke depart from off them, and his burden depart from off their shoulders. Verse 26. This is the purpose that is purpose upon the whole earth, and this is the hand that is stretched out upon all the nations. Verse 27. For Yahweh of hosts has proposed, and who shall disannul it? And his hand is stretched out, and who shall turn it back? So it's going to happen. Shalom, Ak, root of David, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Brakatah. And this is what these devils are beginning to do, because they, deep down they know they're fucked. And these lower level devils, they are realizing, more and more of them. A lot of them already do realize that their own people are behind this shit. They're realizing more and more, like, that they was fucked over by their own. And they was fucked over by, their fathers, basically, what they did in the past, which is them. Which is them, and also the generations that came before them. Come on, Ecclesiasticus 41, verse 7. 41 verse 7, right? Yeah. Con. Yeah, verse verse 5. The children of sinners are abominable children, and they are that are conversant in the dwelling of the ungodly. Verse 6. The inheritance of sinners children shall perish. Hold on, Bakim. Hold on. Dealing with the infliction. Hold on, Aki. Alright, Shalom, y'all, I'm back to deal with this affliction. Khan. Yeah. Oh yeah, verse 4 says, And why art thou against the pleasure of the Most High? There is no inquisition in the grave, whether thou had lived 10 or 100 or 1,000 years. So basically, like, there's no rest for them. I mean, there is no, like, judgment. You're not being judged when you're dead, basically, is what it means. Yeah, like, I think that's what it's saying. Slakia. Well, basically, what I want to go into was this. Verse 6, The inheritance of sinners' children shall perish, and their prosperity shall have a perpetual reproach. Like ongoing reproach. Never ending, basically. No, ongoing, like keeps going, it never ends, basically. Verse 7, The children will complain of an ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sake. So basically these devils. 12 verse 8, The wicked walk on every side when the lawless men are exalted. Khan. Psalm 58 verse 1, To the chief musician, Alashid Miktam of David, Do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do ye judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? Yet in heart ye worketh wickedness. Ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. Verse 3, The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Khan. And that's why the sinners of the children of these sinners, they're not, they're basically, they're going to be judged too, because they're estranged from the womb. They're born that way, to be wicked. That is why they're on earth. That's why they was made. But yeah, you see, like, even now, like, they're like, these devils, what they like to say is, nah, that was back then, or like, it's different now, or nah, it's our elites, it's these Rothschilds, like, they're the only wicked ones, pretty much. We're not like our fathers, and we're not like the elites. Even though the Rothschilds are the most wicked, they know they're Edomites, and so they don't give a fuck. They know they're Edomites, and they got the power, so they don't give a fuck. But And these average everyday devils, they don't know they're Edomites. A lot of them. So they actually, some of them think that they're the Israelites. Some of them think that the Israelites look like so-called white people, and then that's them. But they'll say that, or they'll say that. Also, they'll say this: the so-called Jews only. They're the wicked. They're behind all this shit. So they're the wicked. We're good. Like the so-called white man is all right, is what they'll say. When it, if I mean these ancestors, these people, like in their past lives, they the same ones that, or they was participating in lynchings and shit, or they was like of northern and southern kingdom. They was benefiting from the segregation. They was benefiting from, which it was an unjust segregation. Jake was, when Esau got better shit. Esau had a better setup than Jake. They're benefiting from all that shit. And they're also, a lot of them were backing it up. They were enforcing it. And so a lot of these everyday devils, like, yeah, they wasn't the ones behind the plans and shit. They wasn't in the secret councils with these elites, but they helped back it up. And so these everyday devils, even though they're not going to get it as bad as the elites in the kingdom, like these six-pack Joes, they're going to be in the pits and shit. They're going to be slaves, but they're not going to get it as bad. Like there's going to be a hierarchy even among them. Like the Rothschilds, the DuPonts, the Gettys, the devils that are pretending to be the royal family over there in England, those imposters, they're gonna get it the worst in the kingdom. And then followed by the Bushes, the Clintons, the political elites. They're gonna get it. It's gonna be like they're gonna get it bad with the Rothschilds, and the elite families are gonna get it worse. And then, going down, like these politicians, these Edomite politicians, Edomite military officials, and then going down the line to these Edomite centurions, these Edomite soldiers, going down the line, all the way to the average six-pack Joe. They're gonna, like these Edomite bums that are on the streets, victims of their own elites. Like they don't even got a say in their own kingdom. So out of all the Edomites, they're gonna get it not as bad as the rest of them. Even though, make no mistake about it, all Edomites, they're gonna be eliminated. Esau, that race is gonna be done away with. Like, there's gonna be like levels to this shit, basically. They're gonna be, in the kingdom, they're gonna be talking shit to the Rothschilds. These everyday devils, they're gonna be like, it's your fault we're in this situation. Y'all fucked up. Y'all shouldn't have fucked with the anointing. We was given, like, they're gonna be saying that shit in grunt speak and shit. We should have stayed in them caves. We shouldn't have fucked with the annoying. We should have stayed in there. And Rothschild's gonna be like, we had to do what we had to do. And that's gonna be Deuteronomy 30 verse 7, hitting them in the kingdom. Like Esau is gonna look at Esau in that way, like even more. Now they're starting to do it. But even more so in the kingdom. Like they're gonna be like fuck you. You was the Rothschilds. You started World War III in the kingdom. Like you stole from us too. You was killing us in them FEMA camps. You took our guns. They're gonna be like that. Like they're gonna have that evil eye. Like it's gonna be. They're gonna want to kill each other for that vinegar water. I deserve it more than you. Like they're gonna be like that. Fuck you, rat childs. They're probably gonna take each other's women and shit. Be like, I deserve her more than you. Cause they're all devils and all unrighteous. They're all wicked as fuck, but it's gonna be one devil versus another. Hey, also they're women. The Shedemite is coming up against the male Edomite. You see that already happening. Hey, over there, on those days on the other side, the Shedemite is gonna despise Esau. Like they're gonna want to get with Jake. Even the mediocre looking Shedemites. Even even those, like they're gonna be wanting to get with Jake. And they're gonna despise their man. Hey, but we're only gonna be getting. Hey, if I get a Shedemite woman, she has to look like a fucking as close to a dime piece as a Shedemite can look. Like if I do, like she gotta be like almost. They can't be perfect. They can't be a dime piece, so as close as they can. They're gonna be fighting each other for that position too. They're gonna want pleases and they're gonna be fighting for that each other. So you're gonna have ratchet Shedemites. Hey, Deuteronomy 30 verse 7. And these other heathen nations, they're gonna get it too. You already see it happening. Yeah, so and that's what we have looking forward. We have to look forward to, like we have that to look forward to. Trading places, role reversal. We have that shit to look forward to. Us being on top, when we're on top, it's gonna be way better. It's gonna be way better than what the Rothschilds had. It's gonna make the Rothschilds look like they were bums living in cardboard boxes. Chariots, mansions made out of gold. Different planets to go to. Hey, our plantation gonna be bigger. There's gonna have to be other planets, There's gonna have to be like not just Earth. We're gonna be crowding out this place. We're gonna, Jake. reproduces, you know, like way better than all these other nations. So we gonna be having whole armies and shit. Like, at least 2/3, they're gonna come back as come back as their children and shit. They're gonna be they're gonna come back and we're gonna teach them the right way. The same. Hey, Tyler Perry, that demon. Hey, like, he's gonna be ashamed coming back. Hey, he come back as my child and be like, remember when you talk shit about the Hebrew Israelites? When you was slandering us on that show you had, Ruthless. Remember that shit? And fucking Little Boozy. Hey, remember when you cussed out the Most High for pork, which is the worst meat that you could eat? You know, all these celebrities, man. Like, they're gonna come back, and these rest of these 2/3, these scoffers, they're gonna come back. You remember when you was talking shit to the men of the Lord while they was preaching on the highways and byways? Like, they're gonna be like, yeah, man, I don't know what I was thinking. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm deeply sorry, Father. They're gonna be like that. I'm deeply sorry that I was tripping. That's how they're gonna be like. They're gonna regret that shit. So yeah, that's what we have to look forward to. You know, you know, what our enemies going down. Our enemies going down in the captivity. That right there. That right there. That's the patience and faith of the saints. Us getting payback and rewarding them double. That's the patience and faith of the saints right there. Hey, the kingdom is gonna be lit, like, for real, like nothing else that we have experienced. You know, from the moment that America gets nuked to like that whole 1,000 years, and then even after, you know, Esau is done away with. It's gonna be like our rest. The best days. The best days are coming. The worst days are coming, and then the best days are coming next. So, you know, we gotta keep that in mind whenever we going through Jacob's trouble, we going through afflictions, can't eat because of the chip. You know, we haven't found an abandoned bunker yet. Like, we're going through the woods, fleeing from Esau. We haven't found an abandoned bunker yet. Like, that's we're gonna have to just keep that in mind, you know. And even during Jacob's trouble, you have Isaiah 4:1. That's gonna come to pass. Because a lot of these 2/3 niggas, they're gonna be drafted off to fight in the war, and they're gonna die over there. And they're gonna be getting killed in the FEMA camps, getting shot dead by FEMA troops. They're gonna be killing each other, robbing each other. getting fucked up by these beasts, and these beasts are coming into the cities because everybody's in their houses. So these beasts are getting comfortable in the city. So when the 2/3 start going out there, because they're hungry as fuck and they're getting desperate, so they start going out there, to loot and shit, and rob motherfuckers for their food, for the money and shit. They're gonna run into these beasts, and not to mention newly created beasts. That's Hey, let me get that. Hey, I was gonna wrap it up, but this came to mind. Just more topics, more stuff came to mind. But I may end up wrapping it up soon. But hey, newly created beasts. That's gonna. That's why these days, it's gonna be a time like never before. Slock. Newly discovered animals. Hey, there's animals that this devil don't even know about. There's animals that these devils think they're extinct, like dinosaurs, for example. Well, or that these devils teach people that they're extinct. Cause these devils, like, especially devils that look into what's called cryptozoology and all that, and these elites, they know that dinosaurs, that Leviathan, Behemoth, all that, they know that they're still around. They were still around during the Native Americans, yet during the Gadites time. The Gadites called them Thunderbird, pterodactyls. So if they're around during Gad, then why does Esau teach us that? Well, they were around when Gad was in the land, before Esau came. And why does Esau teach us that they was all killed by asteroid, by asteroid or some shit? And that is just bullshit. Yeah. Yeah, unknown wild beasts. Unknown. Oh, Khan, yeah, this is the verse that I'm looking for. Verse 18. What is going to happen too? For thy almighty hand that made the world of matter without form, what it not means to send among them a multitude of bears or fierce lions. Verse 18. Or a known wild beast full of rage, newly created, breathing out either a fiery vapor or filthy scents of scattered smoke, or shooting horrible sparks out of their eyes. Verse 19. Whereof not only the harm might dispatch them at once, but also the terrible sight utterly destroy them. Verse 20. Yeah, and without these might they have fallen down with one blast, being persecuted of vengeance and scattered abroad through I guess, the breadth of thy power, but thou hast ordered all these things of measure and number and weight. So this is what's coming. This is what's coming right here. And a brother was telling me that how, oh, Khan, yeah, in Texas, you got them wild hogs, right? They're gonna start coming into. They've been known to attack people. They're gonna start coming into San Antonio and into other cities. And you have coyotes around this area too. They're gonna start coming into cities. Hey, I heard recently a coyote attacked a girl, an Edomite girl, without, like, basically without provocation, without reason, pretty much. So, and earlier in the year in Chicago, there's a coyote that was fucking people up. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna pull that up because that was recently a coyote attacking that girl, which she looked like an Edomite. And Esau fucked with these animals so much, and so Salak Esau fucked with these animals so much, and now they're gonna have their payback. These animals are oppressed under this devil. Salakia. Khan. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, New Hampshire happened too. Chicago, yeah, that's the one I was talking about. In an extremely rare attack. It's coming more common, it looks like. Yeah, my affliction is coming back. I may have to wrap it up soon. But yeah, there's a lot to bring out. And so that it keeps me going, I keep